My name's Jane Wake and I'm going to show you a circuit, a fat burning circuit that you can do in 15 minutes. It's going to include a warm up and a very quick cool down. You can extend it by repeating this through a few more times if you want to, but the great thing is in just 15 minutes you can do an amazing workout. It's going to do several things for you. It's going to raise your heart rate right up into your training zone, and it's going to raise your metabolic rate because we're going to have peaks in the workout where you're really going to work really quite hard. The brilliant thing about this type of workout is it not only raises your metabolic rate now, but we know from research that this kind of workout will also raise your metabolic rate for 48 hours after you've done your training session. So you're still burning up more calories. So it's a great fat burner circuit. We're going to start off with a warm up. So we'll start marching on the spot right now. I'm going to do this for around 30 seconds. And I'm just going to talk to you a little bit more about what you're going to do as you start to warm up. Now we've got 5 exercises. These are your 5 core exercises of the circuit. We're going to do these in succession. Each exercise will last roughly around a minute, some slightly shorter, some slightly longer, depending on how hard they are and how long we can keep them going for. We're going to do each exercise at an easier level for one round and then at a harder level for the second round. Start bringing your knees up for me now. As you're doing this, keep pulling up through your center, up through your core. And that's really important. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm keeping my back up nice and tall. Keep doing this for about another 20 seconds, and then we're going to change our leg movement. But what I want you to do now is increase your intensity and start to introduce your upper body. Just do some rotations here. Yep, you should feel this in your waist, and you start to feel your upper body warming up just a little bit as well. I'm now going to take the legs back behind me, yeah, and now I'm working on warming up the legs from behind, and you can just feel the legs muscles here working and working a little bit into your butt as well. Again, really important you're pulling your stomach muscles in tight as you do this. Keep this going for about another 10 seconds. And you should start to feel your body starting to warm up. You should feel your heart rate coming up just a little bit more as well. I'm now going to take my legs back into an extension move behind. Keeping my pace up. Yep, so you don't want to do this too slowly because you want to keep that heart rate up. What I'm now starting to do is to lengthen my legs, and this is what we call a range of motion stretch, because what you're doing is starting to elongate your muscles out as they warm up. So it's a moving stretch, and this is what you should be doing in a warm up all the time. You don't do static stretches, you do moving stretches. I'm going to make it deeper, so I'm still moving and now lengthening that leg behind. And then I'm going to take my heart rate up a little bit higher, and you can do this too by lifting the arms up. So now we're starting to really warm the body up. Think about your core control. Tummy in, lengthening the legs back behind you, breathing it through, drawing your shoulders down. So we're going to do this for about 4 more times. Keep lengthening through. 2 more. 1 more. And then we'll go back to that little march. I'm going to take it up into a little jog. Yeah. Now you can stay at a march if you want to, or you can join me in the jog. What we're going to do now is work on something, this is a big word, proprioception. This is your reaction. When you start to do high powered movements, you need to be able to move quickly. And if you haven't warmed your body up properly to move quickly, then you could get injured. So we're going to do that now. So I want you to move your feet fast. You can keep your feet close to the ground, just move them fast. And faster, and faster, and faster. This is called fire feet. Fast as you can. Keep it moving, take the feet wide. Take them back in, take them wide again. Go faster, 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 faster. That's it, and then slow it down. Keep on the move. Hopefully you feel nice and warm now. If it's really cold where you are right now and you want to spend a couple more minutes warming up, press pause, run around a little bit, do some more of those movements, and then go into your circuit. Okay, so we're going to go into our first move. This is a squat jump. I'm going to stand my feet hip distance apart, a little bit wider than hip width. I'm going to lower down into a squat and then lift back up. Lower down into a squat and then lift back up. Now this is all you need to do for your first movement. Now in terms of your heart rate and your intensity, you need to be working at a level where you can talk to me, if you were able to talk to me, but not for too long a length of time. So if you could talk to me continuously, or if you could sing a song, you're not working hard enough. So should we speed it up a bit? That's good. Right, so there's your pace. Keep drawing your shoulders down, keep breathing it through. Now I want you to stay on this, and I'm going to show you how you progress this move for the second round of your circuit. And that is to add a jump in. So I'm going to squat, then I'm going to jump. squat, and then I'm going to jump. Squat, and then I'm going to jump. Now you can do the jump, or you can just do the squat. You don't have to jump as well. Yep, your choice. We've got about another 5 seconds to go, and then we'll move on to our next exercise. It's good. Okay, next exercise. You've got to get down to the ground. Keep yourself moving. Don't stop. This is a great move to work the arms and also to work the back muscles. So what we're going to do is hold the arms into a press up position. Draw the shoulder blades back and down. You're going to lower down into your press, and then you're going to lift your arm up and row. Now you want to work with some weights if you've got them. If you haven't got any weights, then you can do this without the weights, yep? Keep drawing your shoulder blades back and down. And really important, work on your core muscles all the way through. Now, as you can probably hear, I'm getting a little bit out of breath. And that's really important because it means I'm working. I'm also talking to you non-stop. You shouldn't be able to talk non-stop, yeah? So you should be working a little bit harder than I am right now. So keeping it going, we've got another 5 seconds here. Keep working it through. Last one on each side. That's a bit longer than 5 seconds, but never mind. And then you're there. Next move, we're going to jump back up. This time, I call this the telemark. Go into a lunge position. Make sure your front knee doesn't go over your toes. Now this is going to be a bit shorter than your 1 minute, because this is quite hard to do. Now we're going to do lots of small lunge movements in this first round, and we'll take it up a little bit more in the second round. So you're going to go down, 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 and switch, 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 and hold. Yep. Now watch again, or join in with me. Switch, 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 and hold. Now in the next round, we won't be doing so many of these holds, yep? Good. Now when you're doing this, it's really important that you keep your back up tall and you keep your legs nice and strong. Now you can see I'm wobbling just a little bit. I'm challenging my balance. So you need to really connect to your core all the time. Connecting to your core will keep you all balanced. It's good. Okay, moving on to our next exercise. Grab your ball if you've got one. If you've not got a ball, I'll show you how to do an alternative. But I want to show you this move. It's such a great move. Start by relaxing over your ball into this position here, not for too long. We're going to work forwards on the ball. Just going to move myself back a little bit. So this exercise, you've got to roll forwards on your ball. Go very slowly and carefully to begin with. It's really important that as your back comes off the ball that you don't let your back sag. I'm doing it really badly now. So just watch me for a second, pull your abs in. Now you have a go. Come forwards until your lower leg is on the ball. Draw your shoulder blades back and down. Pull your stomach muscles in. It might be worth watching me again for a second, so just relax for a moment. I'm now going to bring my feet underneath me. I just need to move the ball back a little bit so you can see a position. So you need the ball right on your lower leg. Draw your shoulder blades back and down. Pull your stomach muscles in. Now your ball needs to be at the size so you can keep your back as level as you can. I'm pulling my stomach muscles in really tight. Now this is quite a tough exercise to do. If you find this really, really hard and you want an alternative, I'm going to give you an alternative now. First of all, I'm going to roll back on my ball and I'm going to show you an alternative. So if you find that too difficult, come onto your hands and knees into this position here, draw the shoulders down and just lift up and hold. Draw your shoulders down, pull your stomach muscles in, keep holding your tummy, keep breathing it through. You're going to work your core muscles, you're going to work your stomach, you're going to work your upper body, and you're going to work your back muscles a little bit, specifically through the upper back, and then you relax and come down. So if you were working with the ball, you're going to do up to 15 repetitions, but it is quite hard, so you might want to do a few less than that. Moving on to our next exercise. So now I'm going to grab my medicine ball. If you haven't got a medicine ball, you don't have to use one of these, you can work without, or you can just use an ordinary dumbbell, or you could use any weighted object. One thing that I find works really well is a bag of spuds. It's brilliant, you just hold it like a sandbag and it works perfectly. So we're going to do some lunges. So I'm going to step forward into a lunge, stepping forward, you rotate to the forward leg lunge side and then step back. Step forwards, rotate. Now look at the knee, it stays behind the toes and you push through the heel of the front leg to pull back. So step forward, come down, rotate, push through the heel to come back. And again, step forward, come down, rotate. Yep, and then step back. Step forward, come down, rotate, and then come back. And again, step forward, rotate, and come back. We'll do that one more time each leg. Now again, if you're finding this quite hard, you don't actually have to lunge down too low. You can just do a smaller, easier version. So those are our 5 exercises. We're going to zip through them again, starting off with the squats. Are you ready? Here we go. So squatting down. Good. Should we add the jumps? I think we should. 1 minute. Here we go. So make sure you're focusing, drawing your shoulders down, breathing nice and deep and slow. Don't let that breathing get too rapid. How you doing? Keep going. I reckon we need to do about 8 more of these jumps. Keep working. Now if you want to up the intensity, keep jumping. Another 10. Keep breathing it through. Brilliant. On to your next exercise. We're going to do that press with the row. So weights in position. Come onto your knees, lower down, and lift up. Now we're going to time this for about a minute. So we'll just see how many we can do in that time. Keep drawing your shoulders down. Keep breathing nice and deep and slow. If you find this too hard, or you find you're starting to fatigue, just bring your knees underneath you. Makes it a little bit easier. Keep breathing it through all the time. And when you're doing this, you need to feel strong. If you're not feeling strong, and you feel any stress where you don't want it, reassess what you're doing and opt for the easier versions I'm showing you. If you still feel stress, just stop, walk it out, march around, join in again when you can. You want to feel positively challenged, but not in pain, yeah? Keep going, keep driving it through, nearly there. We'll do one more. And you're there, perfect. Okay, next exercise, I call this a telemark. Are you ready? So we'll start off in our bounce position. Yep, good. And then switch. I'm just going to do 2 bounces this time. So we're upping the intensity. Keep drawing the shoulders down. Keep breathing it through, yep. It's good, how are you doing? Keep going. We've got about 15 seconds to go. Nearly there. Keep pulling those abs in. Keep drawing your shoulders down. Last few. Last one. And you're there. Grab your ball if you've got it. If you haven't, go onto your hands and knees and do your version on the floor instead. I'm going to do a few with the ball, then I'm going to switch to my knees. So into position on the ball. This is called a jackknife. The aim is to keep your back nice and still. Draw your knees underneath and then extend out. Keep drawing your shoulder blades back and down. Keep pulling your abs in. Losing my breath here. Hope you can still hear me. Keep going. Keep pulling your abs in. And look at my legs. When I extend them, I'm really squeezing into my bum. If you haven't got a ball, or if you find that too hard, just lift your knees off the floor, shoulders down, and come up and hold. And breathe and hold and hold and breathe. Keep breathing it through. If you're doing your jackknives, keep doing them. Keep breathing. Stay nice and focused. Find your inner core. Pull up through your center. Keep breathing it through. And then release. Last move. Grab your ball. Into your lunges. I'm going to start with nice shallow lunges to begin with. This is what you can do if you're feeling particularly tired or you've got any issues. Remember that positive stress you want, not negative. But if you want to go for it, drop it down lower. Keep working it through. Keep pulling those abs in. Keep breathing it through. That's good. Okay, now I'm going to go through 8 more moves. Whoops, she says, falling over. Keep focusing, stay nice and strong. Keep breathing it through. It's good. How are you doing? All right? So I think we're going to do 2 more. One more. Another one for luck maybe. And then you're there. So that's your circuit. Just march it out for me a little bit. I want you to bring your heart rate down. Just relax. Breathe it through. I'm just going to do a few short little leg stretches now. Just take your leg out in front. Now you have to cool down. If you feel your heart rate is in your head, yeah, pounding away, I want you to walk around your room a little bit more, yep, before you hold still and go into your lunges. So keep breathing, take your breathing down, big breaths. Set. So we're just doing a static hamstring stretch, back of the leg. Make sure your butt's going back behind you. Stomach muscles are in nice and tight. And then we're going to do quad stretch, front thigh stretch. Find your balance. If you can't find your balance, hold on to something. Push your hips forward, draw your shoulders down. Pull your tummy in, little tip. Place your hand onto the front of your thigh and literally lift the skin up. Pull your tummy in, pull your tummy away from your hand, push your hip forward. You get a much better stretch and you'll feel it across the top of your hip as well as down to your knee. And then change other side. Now this is quite quick stretching, which is fine. I call this conform stretching or maintenance stretching. It will return your legs and your whole body to the length it was before you started the circuit. What it won't do is make you longer permanently. So if you want to really get a good stretch out, you need to be holding stretches for a minute, 2 minutes to really get big lengthening in your body. So if you know you've got tight areas, that's what you need to do. Let's do a standing butt stretch. So I'm going to cross my leg over the other thigh, drop back, draw the shoulders down, push your bum right back behind you. Now if you find this hard to balance, just hold on to something and just let your weight drop back. Push your bottom back behind you, pull your stomach muscles in. Then my back should be nice and long. This is a mistake a lot of people make. Yeah, not going to do you any good. You can't feel the stretch in your bum. You've got to take your bum back behind. Neutral spine, long spine. Shoulders down, breathe, breathe, breathe. And then change, other leg. And then come down. Always harder to balance on one side than the other. Keep pushing your bum back behind. Keep your back up nice and tall. Keep drawing your shoulders down. And then we want to do one more stretch, and that's for the calf muscles. So hold your stretch position here, making sure the back heel isn't turning in. Feel a stretch. If you've got a wall, use it because you'll get a better stretch. You can just push against the wall. The whole point is your back should stay nice and long, yeah? So you're not rounding your back. If anything, you're pushing your hips forward, pulling your tummy in. And then change. I said last stretch, but we'll do one for the upper body as well. Hold that position. That's good. And then let's just get a quick chest stretch in, and we'll do this moving. So take your arms up, yep. Now pull your arms back behind your torso and just widen the arms, really stretch through the chest. Do that one more time. Pull the arms up, pull back, stretch all the way through your chest. Now hold your arms down, just take your head over to one side. Set, and then change. Done it, well done. Now if you come back to this and do it 2 times a week to begin with, you'll start to see a difference in your fitness. As you get fitter, come back to it 3-4 times a week. Try and spread it out throughout the week. As you get even fitter, try repeating it through. So we've done the circuit through twice. Do it through 3 times, 4 times. You should know it pretty well by that time to be able to do this without watching me. Watch your technique all the way through. Stay safe, but stay challenged.